Welcome to the 5-Minute PM episode 26, where we break down everything project management into 5-minute segments. In today's episode, we're going to dive deeper into Linus's Law, specifically, why this popular concept, while effective in open-source software development, may present some challenges when applied to project management in a broader context. Stick around to find out how too many eyeballs can sometimes complicate, rather than simplify, your project. Linus's Law, coined by Eric Raymond in his essay The Cathedral and the Bazaar, and named after Linus Torvalds, is summarized as, given enough eyeballs, all bugs are shallow. This idea suggests that if enough people are reviewing code, any flaws or bugs will be identified and fixed quickly. While it works well in open-source software development, Linus's Law isn't always as smooth when applied to project management in other industries. Here's why it can sometimes be problematic. One of the key issues with Linus's Law is the principle of too many cooks in the kitchen. When too many people are involved in reviewing a project, you can run into a scenario where the sheer number of differing opinions creates confusion rather than clarity. Instead of identifying issues quickly, having too many people reviewing the same thing can lead to decision paralysis. Everyone may have different priorities or highlight different problems, which can slow down decision-making processes. You're left with too many suggestions, but no clear path forward. In some projects, this can result in increased time and costs. A Harvard Business Review study on decision-making revealed that smaller, more focused teams tend to make faster and more efficient decisions, especially in complex scenarios. When a large group of people is responsible for reviewing a project, the individual accountability that is critical for project success can become diluted. Linus's Law implies that with more eyes on the project, errors will be caught. However, when everyone is responsible, no one feels solely accountable for finding those errors. This dilution of responsibility can lead to critical issues being overlooked. In contrast, assigning a small, dedicated team of reviewers ensures that individuals feel accountable for catching and resolving issues. In projects, clear roles and responsibilities are key to success, something that Linus's Law may compromise. Communication overload. Linus's Law can result in communication overload, which can derail the project timeline. Projects thrive on clear, concise communication, but involving too many stakeholders or reviewers can lead to an avalanche of feedback that must be sorted through. Filtering out irrelevant or conflicting feedback takes time and resources. In projects with tight deadlines or limited budgets, this kind of communication overload can create bottlenecks, ultimately harming efficiency. Studies show that effective communication is one of the top 5 drivers of project success, but communication overload can drown out the most important points. Another problem with having too many people reviewing a project is the risk of groupthink. Groupthink occurs when the desire for harmony or conformity within a group results in irrational or dysfunctional decision-making. Instead of challenging each other to find innovative solutions, team members may begin to follow the consensus without thinking critically. This is particularly problematic in creative or complex projects where innovation and unique problem-solving are required. A large group can actually stifle creativity because people are hesitant to voice opposing views or unconventional ideas. A study conducted by MIT Sloan Management Review found that diverse, smaller teams produce more innovative solutions than large, homogeneous groups that fall prey to groupthink. Lastly, managing a large group of reviewers requires extensive coordination. The more people involved, the more time it takes to align everyone's schedules, gather feedback, and consolidate suggestions. This adds complexity to the project management process and increases the burden on the project manager. Instead of streamlining the process, you may find yourself bogged down in logistics, trying to coordinate between too many voices. This increased burden can result in delays, inefficiency, and ultimately, a more expensive project. So what's the takeaway? Linus's Law is powerful in contexts where transparency and mass collaboration are critical, like open-source software. But in project management, applying this principle needs to be done thoughtfully. Involving a large group of reviewers should be balanced with clear roles, structured feedback, and a defined decision-making process to avoid the pitfalls of too many opinions and communication overload. Rather than blindly increasing the number of people reviewing a project, it's important to consider the quality of the feedback and the role each individual plays in the review process. In our last video, we covered the benefits Linus's Law can bring, whereas in this video we argue the opposite. If you are wondering when to lean into Linus's Law, I will give you the same answer I often give my customers when they ask about using project management techniques, which is it depends. The difference between a good PM and a great one is often understanding the subtle differences of how to employ the tools at your disposal. Linus's Law has its place, but it can also bring complications if applied without careful consideration in project management. The next time you think about adding more reviewers to your project, ask yourself if more eyes will truly simplify the process, or if they might add unnecessary complexity. Thank you for listening to the 5-Minute PM. Remember to get more project management tips and tricks. Don't forget to like and share this video, and subscribe to this channel.